Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear student and viewers, today we discuss the module 4 data analysis process, step 5 field for data standard deviations, and this is the one of the statistical measures we have used for data dispersions. As you know that the research process for the basic and the prior research, step 6 scientific research design. Scientific research design, basically you know that you have seen also beyond the slides detail of study, measurement and data analysis. Nowadays we are discussing the field for data steps, and today we have discussing is data analysis step 5 regarding to the field for data standard deviation. Here is you have seen here the data analysis framework. Data analysis framework basically have field for data, goodness of data and hypothesis testing. After data analysis we go for interpretation of result and discussion and research questions to the answer according to our hypothesis. Now today our most important topic, as you know that we are going to be discuss the standard deviations. First I want to discuss the definition of the standard deviation. Basically standard deviations are looking at the set of data, the distance away from the means and the center is considered the most typical. How far from the typical is the data? Basically standard deviation is referred to and applies to shows your data's dispersions and how give the information to the researcher which your data is divided in different quartiles. Basically standard deviation shows the nearest and closest data areas regarding in perspective of the mean, which data is very close near to your means. The second question came our mind is how to calculate the standard deviations and what is the purpose of deviation, why we calculate the standard deviation in business applications. A smaller standard deviation applies the number are closer together, mean the numbers and data they are responded by our respondent is near to close to the our mean of the data. There are number of ways we calculating the standard deviation. We will use the following Greek symbol before going to the actual and before discussing the standard deviation formula in the detail with the example. Sigma symbol of the standard deviation, mu is the symbol of mean, also sometime written as x, and sigma squared symbol for the variance. That is a different symbol that we have used in calculating the standard deviations. A standard deviation formula, as you know that the sigma, as you know that the n is you have number of responding, and you also we know that the sample of standard deviation is S is the unbiased estimators of where you want to be going to be or know about that your trend of your data. Population standard deviations used by sigma, and population standard deviations is really known is in the practice of business practices and for decision making, and how your data and which data is your very close to very narrow to your mean. If the answer of deviation of the standard deviations, if the number is very low, it means your data is very close to mean. If the standard deviation is bigger, result is came in form of numbering, it means your is more dispersed, more is dispersion, showing the more dispersion and away from the your actual mean. Here we can discuss the examples of standard deviation. As you know that a market researcher is a business researcher given as interested in the discrepancies in the prices and chart by supermarket for leading the brand of pet food. The check this, he selected a random sample of 12 store and recorded the price display for the same 400-gram cane. The prices cents were 89, 72, 77, 78, 82 and 94. And the second data we have 80, 88, 85, 73, 78 and 76. How first we going to find out our standard deviations regarding to this data. We go for finding the mean, the range of prices, the mean of definition of prices, and deviation and standard deviation of the prices, which we want to be know about from the we have already received the data from the market. Here is you can find out a residual value of the data, and then you can find the variance of the residual absolute value of the basically you find here x minus x bar, and then you have got out the square root of that figure, so, and you have received a 504 as a square of the residual. And here basically you can know the root square of the variance is so sigma x minus x bar and equal to 504. Here you send basically here you see a different level of prices where the researchers, market researcher have got it from the different hypermarket: 89, 72, 77, 78, 82, 94, 76, 78, 73, 80, and 88 and 85. After that they have calculated the mean. After meaning they have go for the variance about your mean, actual values mean actual minus means. You have got it the x minus x bar is equal to 66. After that we have getting a square root of x minus x bar of each price, and finally we have sum up all the prices x minus x bar square root, and then we have plus, and we have received 504. Now we complete all segment of the formula. First we go for the mean deviation. As you know that sigma x minus x bar we have already received a 66, and divided by 12 is 5.5 cent. And now we go for the standard deviations, sigma x minus x bar root square, and then we have received, as you already have, we have calculated 504 and n minus 1. You know the number of values we have on hypermarket where we have got rid of the prices is 12, but according to standard deviation formula n minus 1 become a 11, that we have the 6.77 cents have a standard deviation variance of the prices from A. And you know here you can also be seen that the different quartile and different prices from the different market, and here you can also be see that where is the mean and where is the standard deviation. Basically a standard deviation is shows the exact it is the closest data which toward the means, and here you have also seen a different quartile, basically 4 quartile, first quartile, second, third, and fourth quartile. Every quartile have the different means of the prices, and here you have also be seen that the which basically the standard deviation if standard deviation amount is coming low, it mean your data, your prices is very close to your mean. Basically from the standard deviation formula is basically used to taking the right decision making after receiving the trends, after receiving the amount. And here in our case we have examples of different hypermarkets items, pets, food items, we have got it from the different hypermarket, and finally we have received a standard deviations of in the price. And a business application regarding to in business risk management applications, and business trend and business variations and business evaluations application we have used for the standard deviation. Standard deviation help our managers and researchers to calculate the margin of error in the customer satisfaction surveys, the volatility of the stock prices, and much more. As same like in our example, also be checking the volatile prices of a food item in different hypermarket. That is very easy to understand the prices trend in different hypermarket which we have received, which have we calculated very close to our mean. That it mean the standard deviation help us to provide the detailed dispersion of away from our actual mean. That is information basically the researcher and market researcher had need for the decision making. All about that today lecture. I hope you will got it our lecture. Inshallah, next we have discussed our steps 6 regarding to the data analysis. Stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.